Well, hello folks. Welcome to another edition of BC Renovation Magazine. We're continuing our work on dismantling the interior of this single-wide mobile home. And today we're working at scraping down these ceilings. So one of the things that people seem to hate is these popcorn ceilings. They call them popcorn texture. This really isn't a popcorn, it's really more of like a cottage cheese type of a texture, but it's very thick, it's very heavy. This is almost 30 years old here. It's dirty, it's stinky from people smoking in here and cooking, and it's discolored. So we want to refinish this. So to give it a more modern look, we're going to get rid of this heavy texture and refinish it with a fine texture. So our process here is going to be to scrape the ceiling down to the drywall, and then we will be putting do touch-ups on the drywall, and then we will be putting a PVA primer on top of that, and then we will follow that up with a Kills oil-based stain blocker. If you don't do the stain blocker, what you can do is you can start to get some bleed through, which will give you yellowing. You'll start to see some of where the drywall patches are, where the mud is, like down the road several months, it'll start to show. So the Kills helps to stop that. Then we will spray just a very, very fine spray on top of that. You could paint the ceilings and just leave them at that, but we like to put just a very small, a very thin layer, a very fine texture on top of that, and then we'll be following that up with a spraying a coat of Sherwin-Williams Eminence paint on top of that, just to seal the texture, and just helps with cleaning down in as the years go by, just to keep helps to keep it clean. So this particular ceiling has not been ever painted. If the ceiling has been painted, it can be a little bit more challenging to get this down. But if you have a ceiling like this that is still the original ceiling, like this one is, then the process is actually quite easy. So what you want to do is get it a little bit wet, and so I'm just using a garden sprayer here. I just use one of these, and just put plain old water in it. Now, if you have a ceiling that has got paint on it, you can mix up a solution, put a bit of vinegar in there, so that will help to cut through the paint as well. So vinegar and water if it's painted. This is just straight water. It's all we do is we just take our sprayer and we just spray it on like this. Now you don't want to get it too wet, but you need to get it wet enough so that this stuff's going to peel off of here. And just, something like that. All right. And then you have to be a little bit ginger about this. You don't want to get too aggressive. You don't want to use anything that's too aggressive. You can damage the ceiling underneath, but I just use one of these 6-inch putty knives, and just sort of go at it on an angle like this. You don't want to go too straight up, because you can dig in the ceiling, but just basically like this, and you just see how this just peels off. So this stuff just falls to the floor, and if you're doing this on finished floors and you want to put down some drop cloths or some plastic, something like that, you can just see how easily that peels off, and you can see what we're left with here underneath is just the drywall. So right here you can see where we have a tape joint, and we have another one here, and this is drywall here. And that's basically it. So what you would do now is just let this dry out now, and then just give it a light sanding with some sandpaper, and then you'll proceed to do your repairs. If there's anything that needs to be repaired, you do that, and then, like I say, start with the paint process. But that's about all there is to it, folks. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next episode. And if you like this video, give us a like, share it, and if you're interested in this type of thing, then give us a subscribe. See you next time. Thanks for watching.